the login. Now when you go to the back of the platform, you have a login. So I am going to log in with the admin logins. So my username and then my password is going to be there, and then I would be able to do a login into the platform. So it's sort of going to log me into the admin side of the platform. So this is the admin side of the platform. It basically shows me entirely all the sides of the platform. You would have seen that the number of sales you've made in a month is going to show here. The number of users are going to show you, the number of artists, and then the number of albums. You actually have a play chart, which you can actually do various 7 month, last month, and last year all over this this side, and then how much you've also earned can sort of show here as well, and then the various countries that you're having visitors coming from, and then the various browsers that people are using to access your platform as well. If you've added radio stations, you're going to see the popular radio stations, and then the songs that you've loaded there is also going to be there. Popular albums are also going to be there, and you're also going to see the podcast as well, and then be able to put in playlist and an artist as well there. Now you would realize that there is analytics that is here, basically to give you these analytics, and then you have your general settings. So your general settings basically helps you to do all the configurations that you want to be able to do. So you have the configuration part where you can do localization. If you want to put it in English or any language, you can sort of switch it generally. So I work on that. Basically, you might want to add podcast because it's also sound one of those upcoming sounds that is popular, but you can sort of put it off. You can also put browsing page off as well, and then you can also stop users from sort of doing upload directly. And then there's a YouTube plugin which we put into the platform. You can allow all of that, and then you can also allow guests to contact you. There's a friendship system which is already built into the system, which helps friends to be able to listen to music and share music directly with each other, and then you can actually enable it so that it basically can have real-time notifications, so that whenever there's a new song or any other thing, they sort of can have notifications there. And then the friendship system basically also works with that, so whenever a friend is listening to a music, the other friends can also get notifications that a friend is listening to music. You can have account royalty, where based on the number of listening to a particular song, they are able to earn a particular amount of money. This is basically your own marketing strategy to basically make sure that people are listening to the music on the platform. And then you can also enable artist accounts. You can disable it as well, but you can enable artist accounts on the platform directly. There are APIs. If you want to connect to Spotify and basically pull some songs from Spotify, we can do that. The player type, you can decide to hide videos for the player type which is there. You can decide to also put on autoplay, so that whenever somebody opens the song, they're able to get the play. There's a billing system here. When you enable the billing system, you can actually integrate either Stripe or PayPal, so people can sort of pay via their card payment on the platform. So you only have to get a PayPal account or a Stripe account, and then you can be able to receive payment on the platform. There's Google Analytics, which we're going to connect so that we can sort of have all the leverage to understand who's on the platform. There's a storage system as well. Now the server that we're going to have to purchase, you'd realize that the songs does not have to sit on the same server, just in case say you're hacked, all your songs are not in the possession of somebody. So it's better off that you can actually do Amazon, which is most recommended, and so the music sort of sits on there, and sort of cheaper as well to have all your sounds sitting there. Authentication, basically if you want to disable registration or otherwise, so you want to add that, they can just click on Google to basically be able to log in. They can be able to log in. Emails, in general, we're going to enable emails, so you're going to have mails coming in or moving out of the system through our SMTP to them. And then we have the search engine optimization, which is going to make sure that at least all the sounds are sort of well placed in Google browsers whenever they are searched. So that's it for the configuration. You having the appearance generally is a very simple one. There's a landing page, so whenever we want to just put the music like I showed you in the earlier video, we can sort of do all of those images here. Navigation on, so this is entirely just the look and the feel of the platform. That the colors, you can sort of choose them, and then you can have a preview of how the platform is sort of going to look like for you. So monetization is one of the key things on the platform, because that's how you're going to also make money. So there's advertisement in terms of like general advertisement, which is on the platform. So you can create plans where the plans are that you can have somebody basically have like a space by space and be able to load their music there and have a pro version. For that, you can also do subscription where they have to pay, let's say, a monthly payment to basically be able to listen to some music on there. So this actually applies to both artists and then users. They can sort of all basically be able to leverage on that, and then you also have a point to see all your sales that are coming in and the kind of gateway they are using, whether they're using PayPal or Stripe, and then you can also be able to see your payouts, how much you've been able to also pay out to a particular artist, at what time, whether it's been paid or not, and all of those things. The payout methods sort of PayPal, Perfect Money, Bitcoin, and then bank transfer, whichever one which is preferred, can be added as well later in the newer version. But definitely we can do payouts through PayPal or general mobile money accounts, or otherwise we can do that. And then general pages, which is there, we can add more pages to this, so the home, about us, privacy, and all of those things. This is part where you can see the there's a part where you can see the artists that are sort of registered on your platform. So their first name, their last name, you can sort of see if they have an album. You can see how much so all that metadata is here, the royalties they've been able to accrue, and then the sales that they've been able to make on the platform, and then if they've made any previous payouts, you can see all of those on the artist page for you. So content, generally you're having every content which is on the platform here. So if there's an album, the album is sort of here. So you can actually put a title of the album, the artist. This means that you can sort of do it from the back, or the artist can sort of do that themselves for you. So you can search the artist and then tag the artist there. The title of the album comes, the release date of the album. If it is an exclusive to our platform, yes. If it is an explicit album, they sort of indicate that on there. If the songs are on other platforms, they can just drop the URL here for us to be able to add the album here. But if they want to load, if the package which the album is on, they can sort of load it on here. All right, so you have radio stations as well. One of the things that you can add up to make sure that people sort of can, most of the times, be able to join your platform is to add radio stations. There are quite a number of radio stations, so people just sometimes want to listen to it online. So you have the links, you can sort of just add all radio stations on the platform. It's one of the most used platforms. I use one which is radio.com.gh, and you'd realize that almost all the radio stations sort of are there, so it's quite easy to listen to all those radio stations, and you can put advertisements around it to make money, right? So all these guys, basically, that's what they are. All right, so you have that here, and then the general songs. Every one of the songs that is on there can be here. You see the number of downloads, if it's an audio file, or if it's a YouTube video as well, or if it's an audio link, which means that the file is somewhere. They can just drop a link, attach the music there, and then they can be able to load it here. So you see the number of plays, the number of downloads, the number of likes on there for that. You can also have playlists. One of the things I really like about Deezer is that people can sort of create different playlists. So this playlist can be created by you or can be created by artists on the platform there. So they only have to just come in, put a title to it, and then they can add music to that particular playlist which they want. There's podcast which I talked about earlier, where if you're having people do podcasts, they can drop them there. There's a song genres where you can add as many genre, Afro pop, Afro beats, any of them that you think that is there, you can sort of put them there. And then generally from the back end you can see the membership, so you can see the roles that the roles that that's on the platform. So there's the admin which is on there, there's the artist, and then there's the users, right? And then these are the permissions which are there. Now you realize that the user can sort of upload music, the artist can do music, they can do albums, and they can do podcasts. So, and you realize admin has almost entirely all the permissions to do everything. Now this you can delete on there. So if I want the user to sort of see advertisement, I can take advertisement off for them as well. And then there's general users of all the users are sort of on the platform that are there. So you realize that there's an icon that is showing that this is a DJ or the admin, and then you also can have what do you call it, the this being an artist, right, on the platform. And then the contact us, I mean, as much as contacts can come in. And then translation is music. You would have any person coming in from different countries and all of that, so you can put in different translations when we want to put in translations. So generally this is like the whole entire look and feel from the back end. I'll do another video that is going to talk about the artist page, and then we can take it from the artist page. So this becomes your user account, where you can see your home. You're basically going to be able to see the music and all of that is around the genres. You can be able to play the music on there, favorite the music and all of that, and then you can see your friends which are on there, and then you can also do see if they are listening to the same music, with you. If you want to buy music, you can sort of go to the store and then do the purchases of a plan, or if you want a subscription, you can also just get some subscriptions from there on the platform. So generally this is the admin side of the music platform. It's sort of easy, but you sort of can track almost everything that's happening